Hey guys, what's going on? It's RC Knockout and I am back with another video. Now if you are new to my channel, my name's Nolan and today I'm going to be doing the 2-year update on the cheap eBay drive shafts I installed on this machine. They came in around $60 total for the whole set, and I'm going to bring the camera in, show you guys the drive shafts close up, and kind of go through issues I've had with them and how well they've held up over the last 2 years. Alrighty guys, so taking a closer look at these drive shafts. These ones right here are a hardened steel design. As you can see, they have collars. You might be able to see the collars up there that cover up the pins. These drive shafts have held up very, very well. Now, I do need to show you in the back, I did end up breaking one of them. So right there, I put a plastic drive shaft on. That is because I did end up breaking one of the rear ones. But when you hear the story of how it broke, you might kind of understand why. I was actually running this RC on 6S LiPo, running huge 3.8-inch paddles at the dunes. It was either at the dunes or it might have been at a local beach. Either way, I jumped it. I came down really bad and hard on the side of the wheel like this, and it snapped the stub axle. But that was a really rare circumstance. Outside of that, I have bashed this thing a ton on 4S, 3S, even other times on 6S with no problem, and these have held up very well. No issues with any of the other drive shafts. They've just held up really good. If it weren't for that one in the back breaking, I would give these a 10 out of 10. I'd still probably give them an 8 out of 10 despite the one in the rear breaking. The unfortunate thing is, I went looking to see if these ones were still available, and I cannot find the links anywhere online. But I did do some searching on eBay and I found some very similar ones. I'm going to go ahead and link down below. I can't guarantee 100% those are the exact same drive shafts, but they're carbon steel like these ones. The design looks pretty much identical, but you can also be fooled because there's a lot of cheap ones on eBay, and I actually want to show you one other thing. Now, these are all drive shafts right here. These actually weren't for my Maxx. Whoops. These actually weren't from my Maxx. These were actually on my TRAXXAS Summit, my brushless converted TRAXXAS Summit. And as you can see, these were all, not all these ones were cheap. These ones are actually hot racing ones here, but as you can see, that's a common thing that happens. It breaks right where the pin goes through the stub axle. That's one, no good anymore. I mean, it's still usable if you can find this piece, but you're not going to find this piece alone available. So if you can find another stub axle, you could take the pin out, put a new one in, but you just can't get a hold of just a new stub axle for these eBay drive shafts, or even the hot racing ones, I don't think. Here's a cheap knockoff one I got off of eBay. Same thing happened, broke right where the stub pin goes through. This one, another hot racing one, same thing. So you're kind of gaining a trend. You're seeing a trend here. This one, the stub axle hasn't broken. This one, actually, the collar keeps on sliding off, and that's another thing that's very common on some of those cheap ones. So if you go on eBay or Amazon, you see the really cheap looking ones. One of the main flaws is that the collars slide off, reveals the pin, and the pin will just slide right out, which is no good. You could use some sort of adhesive or super glue and glue these collars on, and then maybe you wouldn't have any issues. But I just want to make you guys aware that it's not 100% guarantee that the drive shafts that I am leaving a link for below are the exact same as these. They are priced very similar. I think $27 or $28 per pair, so just shy of 60 bucks for all four. But I can say these ones have held up great. The ones I did leave down below are also for the V1 and V2. It shows the length of them fully extended, and they fit fine on a V2. This is actually a V1, but it does have the Wide Max arms, the Wide Max kit. So this is just as wide as a V2. And these drive shafts are really good. I might actually buy a pair of those ones that I left a link for, just so I can get this rear one replaced, so I don't have to worry about running this thing on 6S again, or 4S, and worry about a stock one break. But that's my update on the TRAXXAS MAXX cheap eBay drive shafts. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also make sure to subscribe and hit that bell, so you don't miss out on new content. So, thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.